In 2026, the world didn't change as fast as the billionaires who quietly reshaped the way they lived. While most people still imagine the rich in penthouses overlooking New York or mega mansions in Los Angeles, the reality was far more hidden. Billionaires had begun a silent migration, slipping away from crowded cities and predictable lifestyles into new territories built around privacy, protection, and long-term survival. They no longer wanted to be seen. They wanted to vanish into comfort, so advanced it looked like science fiction. It began with the islands, small dots in the Pacific and Indian Ocean, suddenly bought by groups of tech founders and energy tycoons, but not listed under their real names. These weren't vacation spots. They were living ecosystems run entirely by AI. Each island had its own weather shield, drone patrols, quantum-powered medical centers, and biometric zones that only recognized the heartbeat of its owners. These billionaires didn't just live there, they were preserved there, far from political tension, public attention, or anything unpredictable. At the same time, a new form of luxury rose far above the ground: vertical micronations. These were skyscrapers engineered like future cities, where billionaires bought entire floors, not for living rooms, but for fully sealed living pods with medical suites, virtual offices, and cloud-linked vaults. In Singapore, one of the most secretive towers allowed residents to own the digital airspace above their homes, meaning drones couldn't fly near their windows without their permission. Privacy became the new luxury currency. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, the richest families weren't choosing the famous skylines. They were choosing what the public couldn't see. Deep in the desert, hidden luxury arcs were built with underground highways, private hospitals, and AI-powered homes, capable of predicting health problems before they happened. The entrances to these communities were disguised as ordinary service buildings, while beneath them stretched entire cities for the ultra-rich. Not even satellite maps showed the full picture, but the biggest surprise wasn't isolation, it was the rise of digital living. Crypto billionaires and AI founders opted for hybrid homes in undisclosed European and Asian regions, where walls changed shape using smart materials, where the home recognized its owner's voice frequency to unlock rooms, and where half the living environment existed inside virtual space. You could walk through your living room and step into a digital extension the size of a palace, all stored on servers only the owner could access. For many, the safest place to live was no longer a location, it was a system. In the United States, billionaires didn't leave the country. They simply built smarter, quieter versions of their world. Ordinary-looking neighborhoods in Texas, Nevada, and Montana hid underground estates the size of airports. Garages descended into secret levels. Gardens had surveillance woven into the trees, and walls were lined with carbon fiber composites, capable of resisting anything from intruders to natural disasters. Guests saw a normal house. The billionaire lived in a hidden world beneath it. But the real billionaire magnet of 2026 emerged in places no one expected: Portugal, New Zealand, Rwanda, and parts of Central Asia. These regions offered what billionaires valued most: stability, safety, anonymity, and governments willing to give them total freedom to build private infrastructure. Some of the richest people on Earth lived in eco-villages, powered entirely by private energy grids. Where neighbors didn't chat, they coordinated investments worth billions. In these communities, everyone was wealthy enough to respect silence. By now, luxury had changed. It wasn't about marble floors, gold-plated kitchens, or massive mansions. Luxury became invisibility. Billionaires didn't want fame or attention. They wanted control over the world around them. Homes became fortresses. Cities became networks. Privacy became technology. And the richest people began living in places designed to keep them comfortable, protected, and undiscovered. Billionaires in 2026 weren't living in one location. They were living in layers, physical zones, digital territories, underground networks, offshore islands, desert arcs, eco-fortresses, vertical cities, and cloud nations. They moved into environments that could withstand chaos, protect their data, preserve their health, and ensure their legacy survived whatever came next. For them, the future wasn't somewhere to visit, it was somewhere to live. Hidden, elevated, and engineered with one purpose: to keep the ultra-rich safe in a world that grows louder every year.